So for part of this video, you're not necessarily going to see my face in it, which is okay because the focus really should be on the work. Now, normally when I give a lesson, I would not be sitting on the side of the rug, nor would I be sort of leaning on the work. For purposes of this filming, I'm going to break some of the rules, but you know that if we're in the classroom, we would be following different guidelines. So I'd be sitting here, and of course I'd never be on the work. But this is just a little different. So, watch this. So look at this one, and then this one. Do it again. This one. And this one. So, you probably figured out those two kinds of lines, straight and curved. I have another line. It goes forever and ever and ever with no beginning and no end. Handy dandy scissors, forgot those. So, no beginning and no end. These stretch on forever and ever and ever. That's called a line stretching forever and ever and ever. As soon as we give a sort of starting point, we call this now a ray. So a ray has a starting point. That little label says ray. A ray has a starting point and continues on and on and on and on and on. The starting point has a fancy name called origin. So this little dot is called its origin in a ray, which goes on and on and on and on from the starting point. Now, if we snip again, we no longer even have a ray. We've got an endpoint and an endpoint. So, endpoint, endpoint, and that is called a line segment. So, these are lines and its parts. That's what this is called. And I would like you to record this lesson, and it should look something like this. This is a line, no beginning and no end. This is a ray. It has an origin and then continues on. And then last but not least, we've got a line segment, which has two endpoints. Now, if you're recording this, hopefully you have a math notebook with lined paper, and of course in geometry, you always need to use a ruler. Thank you for joining me.